All right. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Daniel Miller, and I'm president of the Texas Nationalist Movement. And tonight, I'm joining you to make a major announcement as we move into the next phase of our campaign to get and win a referendum on Texas independence. So, for those of you that are unfamiliar with where we are in Texas, I just want to remind you, take you on a little trip down memory lane. It was in November of 2020 that I had the honor of announcing to you that State Representative Kyle Biederman had agreed to file legislation that would give Texans an up or down vote on TEXIT. Now, that legislation, when it was eventually filed in January, became House Bill 1359. Now, House Bill 1359 would have placed a non-binding referendum on the ballot in November of 2021 to essentially kickstart the TEXIT process. And if the people of Texas would have voted in the affirmative on that ballot, HB 1359 would have initiated a study of how TEXIT could be accomplished. It was nothing more than effectively a non-binding study bill. But it would have given official answers to questions that the TNM has long held the answers to. Now, as you can imagine, all hell broke loose. The political establishment pulled out every stop that they possibly could, and that includes Governor Greg Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, Speaker of the House Dade Phelan, and Chairman of the State Affairs Committee Chris Patty. They pulled out all the stops to prevent this bill from ever seeing the light of day. And effectively what they did was they squelched the voice of the people of Texas, right, in a non-binding referendum to express our political will on whether or not we wanted to stay within the union or get out from under the 180,000 pages of federal laws, rules, and regulations and the 2.5 million unelected bureaucrats. While Texas was in flames, figuratively, and I guess probably literally as well, with the crisis on the border, with the federal policies that are crushing our energy and agriculture sector, while our money continues to be devalued, they fiddled while Rome burned and while Texans suffered. And they denied you a voice at the ballot box on the issue of TEXIT. They wanted to put the TEXIT genie back in the bottle. They thought, just like every other policy issue where they can pet constituents on the head and, you know, make silly, ridiculous excuses for why it didn't make it across the goal line, they thought that TEXIT supporters would go away. But they underestimate both our numbers, our passion, and our desire to see Texas as a free, independent, self-governing nation once again. And since that day, since the day that the bill was filed, on the day the bill was filed, I made a very public promise. The promise was this, and it was echoed by our hundreds of thousands of supporters. They said, either we get a vote on TEXIT in 2021, or we'll have a referendum on you in 2022. And the legislators thought they would call the bluff of the people of Texas. And since the day that that promise was made, the TNM has been quietly going about our business, getting ready to make good on that promise. We've been quietly recruiting viable and credible challengers to everyone in the legislature who either stood in the way of a TEXIT vote or stood silently by as the voice of the people was silenced. And to date, we have over 40 potential candidates and fully expect a full slate of challengers for every representative and senator who let House Bill 1359 die. But that's not why I'm here tonight. Instead, I'm announcing that where the legislature failed to give the people of Texas an opportunity to vote on TEXIT, the TNM will deliver. And in the process, deliver to the people of Texas the representation that they deserve. As many of you are aware, and as we have often mentioned, Texas does not have true citizen initiative. Now, the citizens of many other states and countries have the ability to place binding legislative issues on the ballot by petition. Texas, unfortunately, is not one of those. However, there is a way that together we can force a non-binding issue like 1359 on the ballot in Texas. You see, in 2015, through diligent and exhaustive research, the TNM found a section in the Texas Election Code that allows citizens by petition to place a non-binding referendum on the primary ballot of one or both major political parties. Section 172.088 of the Texas Election Code allows people like us to collect a certain number of petition signatures in a prescribed manner and force the TEXIT question on the primary ballot. And that is exactly what we intend to do starting tonight. Over the weekend, the full national leadership team of the TNM was briefed on this campaign, and our district directors and local coordinators were trained in the effort. And tonight, it is my honor to again announce something historic as we officially launch the campaign to give Texans a non-binding vote on TEXIT. When successful, the people of Texas will be able to go to their polling place during the party primaries in early 2022 and answer this question: should the state of Texas reassert its status as an independent nation? No ambiguous questions, no nebulous questions, no study bills. It's a question of self-determination and self-governance, plain and simple, and we intend to put it to the people. But to make this a reality, it's going to take hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers working with us to collect over 80,000 signatures in a 180-day time frame. But with each of us doing our part, we can absolutely deliver where the legislature failed. So, as part of this campaign launch tonight, we've opened a brand new section of our website. You can visit tnm.me/petition, and I will actually put that on the screen for you for the duration of tonight's announcement. Right there. You'll be able to visit tnm.me/petition to learn more about the effort, to track our progress toward the goal, and to register as a petition circulator. Now, I want to be clear about this. This is not some generic online petition. This is a legal petition executed under the laws of the state of Texas that requires a signer to physically connect with a petition circulator. There is nowhere online to sign the petition, because this petition, unlike so many before it, is actually real. Instead, we encourage you to register your support on our website and attend one of our events to connect with a certified petition circulator. But more importantly, as a Texan who wants to see Texas as a free and independent nation, we need you to step up and do your part to become a certified petition circulator, and you can find out how to do that at that address. Now, I think it's important to understand that the effect of having TEXIT on the ballot in 2022 cannot be overstated. We are heading into an unprecedented election cycle. Because of redistricting, every state-level office is up for grabs. The TNM will be fielding challengers to every single one of them. And additionally, we're going to work on putting the TEXIT question on the very same ballot. So not only can we deliver a vote on TEXIT, but we can also have the candidates on that same ballot who will actually deliver TEXIT when the voice of the people is heard. Folks, we're making history. We're talking about flipping the chessboard over and upsetting every single solitary scrap of political wisdom and political calculations that the political establishment has done. If we execute on all fronts, there is nothing they can do to stop us. We have the people, we have the legislation, we have the vote, and we have the challengers. At the end of the day, when the dust settles after the primary elections, we can see a Texas that is well on its way to becoming a self-governing independent nation once again. This is a rare opportunity that is historic in nature. No one has ever done what we're getting ready to do. The waters may be uncharted, but our destination is crystal clear. We're going to continue to work to secure and protect the political, cultural, and economic independence of the nation of Texas. We can and will deliver where the political establishment has failed. And in the end, we're going to honor the words of Article 1, Section 2 of the Texas Constitution, where it says that all political power is inherent in the people. Now it's time to show the political establishment just how powerful the people are. We're going to deliver TEXIT. We're going to need your help to do it. But at the end of the day, we know this, is that Texans will not rest until we are a free, independent, self-governing nation again. I want to thank you for your time tonight. I'm very excited about the opportunities as they are presenting themselves, and I'm excited about the passion that's already being expressed by those people that are wanting to help us cross the finish line. As you can imagine, you can go to our website at tnm.me, go to the event section, go connect with our petition circulators at every event. Every event is turning into a petition signing event. Go become a certified petition circulator yourself. And at a bare minimum, just make sure that you help us spread the word. Let's go win TEXIT. Good night, everyone.
People in power, whether red or blue, they could not care less about Texas, me and you. They created this give me country that don't value hard work. For a Texan to survive, all we need are some seeds and dirt. Texan rise, don't you hear your call? You got to save your country before it's long gone. Texan arise, don't you hear your call? You got to save your country before it's long gone. We believe in family and we value our community. Gladly lend a helping hand to a neighbor in need. And we don't believe that government should provide for all of society's needs. No, it's the pride of a Texan to give to others voluntarily. Texan arise, don't you hear your call? You gotta save your country before it's long gone. Texan arise, don't you hear your call? Save your country before it's long gone. They like our tax dollars and they love our natural resources. They don't want to see us driving trucks, they'd rather see us riding horses. And now they want to ban our guns, you know, especially the ones that look scary. But may I remind you of the Gonzales Cannon and the Alamo heroes we buried. Texan arise, don't you hear your call? Got to save our country before it's long gone. Texan arise, don't you hear your call? Got to save our country before it's long gone. This last verse is straight from the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 1 and 2. Look it up. Texas is an independent state, yet presently we suffer. We no longer possess the right to locally self-govern. And now it's time as a people in which all political power is inherent, And in such manner we find expedient, we reform or abolish our government. I said, Texas in a rise, don't you hear your